and welcome to Overing A channel. I made this video to complete my English for biology tasks and talk about an article, Ecological Intensification Swaps Pesticides for Biodiversity. My name is Alka. I'm a college student of University of Malang. Okay, what is intensification? Intensification means it's a way or a method to increase the quality of cultivated plants. Like Professor David Klein said that the current trend in agriculture is that everything should be done in a larger scale, and if you have a problem, I think you just spray with pesticide or adding the artificial fertilizers. There's two kinds of intensification. First is conventional intensification and ecological intensification. Conventional intensification means you still, you know what, operating your farm with a conventional way, like using pesticide or adding the fertilizer. And then what is pesticide? Pesticide is a substance used for destroying insects or other organisms harmful or maybe called pests to cultivated plant or to an animal. And then what is pest? Pest is a plant or animal detrimental to humans or human concerns including crops, livestock and forestry. Then what the impact? I mean the bad things that you've got if you use the pesticide. First, the planted plants are damaged, and then second, abnormal plant growth. Third, nutrition in plants mixed with pesticide. Yeah, we know that every time our mother bought a vegetable in a hypermarket, they always, you know what, wash in a clean water first to remove the pesticide. Yeah, that's because sometimes the vegetable are still contain the pesticides. Then natural predators are reduced. I don't know. And then new pests appear. It means that maybe if you use the pesticide in a long way, maybe the pest will get immune or make an evolution or a mutant to resist the pesticide. And then next can cause biodiversity loss, of course, in a long time. And then soil degradation, yeah, pollution of water resource, yeah, the pesticide used, it contain chemical things that maybe it's not good or can damage or pollute the water source. And then the last is high greenhouse gas emission. And now we're going to talk about ecological intensification. Yeah, the difference is if conventional intensification will make a conventional way such as using pesticide or adding the fertilizer, but ecological intensification is using the natural way, such as use service provided by nature to benefit farmer, like incorporating semi-natural habitats into farms to attract the insect. And what is semi-natural habitat is kind of using an pollinator to attract the to attract the pollinators to help the plant fertilize, such as indoor farming, precision farming with drones, reducing the amount of flushing or tillage, and using crops grown for the enrichment of the soil known as cover crops. And this technique has begun to be applied in Northwest Europe. This technique is also trying to be introduced deeper into the farmers by provide guidance and evaluate the biodiversity and ag- agronomic effects of the measure. Such as, okay, for the example, in Dutch, the research helped to establish the wildflower habitats in blueberry farms for this way to attract, just as I said, to attract the pollinators and allow farmers to see for themselves the benefits of ecological intensification. You made you know what, a flower or a wildflower habitats in your blueberry farm, and then the pollinator will come or attract. So it may help the blueberry to regrow faster or maybe good. Yeah, because that kind of. Okay, next. Tillage is plowing farm land to mix up soil, build the grass layer, and prepare a uniform bed for sowing. But in recent years, this approach has been proved to be detrimental to the soil ecosystem and to long-term soil fertility. Oh yeah, long-term. Like Professor Finch said that soil is a living system. There are organisms adapted to more and less air. If you come with a fluff and turn around the soil, fluff membajak and turn around the soil, you bring the lower layers up in contact with the air and a lot of organisms will die. So organism under under soil, or they do not need air more if and they live in under soil. If you turn on the soil, so the organism will die, I think. These organisms are part of an ecosystem that help plants control pests and fight disease. Yeah. This problem can be overcome by having been testing different species of cover crops. These are types of plants like clovers, legumes, and grasses which are planted alongside cash crops, where they boost yield and reduce need for fertility, pesticides, and herbicides. It also stops soil erosion and can lock in extra carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. But every method always have a weakness, such as the conventional intensification. They have a weakness of using pesticide, which, as I said, in the impact, like pollinate the water. In ecological intensification, weakness isn't much use for those who grow crops that don't need pollination, of course, like wheat, corn, and root vegetables. And then ecological intensification doesn't make much sense yet, as the cost of risk of practice such as creating or maintaining semi-natural habitats are still larger than the benefit. Yeah, we have to change the system so it becomes stable in itself again. Make a better system or a beneficial system, but that's not so easy, just as I said, and it takes a lot of time. The conclusion: ecological intensification is one of the way to change conventional intensification with make use of the nature. Ecological intensification can replace pesticide and herbicide in a way make a semi-natural habitats. And then there are still many research and effort to introduce more wider about ecological intensification because have a good impact for nature, environment, and for farm. Of course, yeah. Okay, I will answer Firman's question about this article. What are the risks of ecological intensification? The risk is because ecological intensification method takes a lot of money, of course, for land clearing, and also this method can't be applied to all of agricultural Okay, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoy it, and don't forget to subscribe and leave a like down below and comment if you